Peter King with NBC Sports here in Jacksonville with the #1 pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Trevor Lawrence, the Clemson quarterback. Well, Trevor, now that you're here, how does it feel to be not only the #1 pick in the draft, but a Jacksonville Jaguar?
Feels great. I mean, first thing when we got here, there was like third graders outside the stadium welcoming us. So just seeing that from the community was super cool. And then just being here and meeting everyone. Everyone's so nice and welcoming, and we're really excited to make this place home and couldn't be more proud to be a Jag.
One of those kids said to you, I believe, "Mr. Lawrence, is your hair real?"
Yeah, they were saying a lot. They were asking if I was paying for their food. They were asking everything. So yeah. They were awesome.
So I wonder, how long has it been since you said to yourself, "I want to be a quarterback in the NFL one day"?
I mean, I've wanted to be a quarterback ever since I was like 5 years old, so that's been a long time. Honestly, NFL, I think probably in high school I started having that dream of like, you know, I think I can do this. But before then, it was like I just want to be a college quarterback. And then that's so surreal now. Last night, especially with my family, being the #1 pick, and then now coming here and making a new place home, it's just so much fun. So we're really excited, but the work is just getting started, you know, so we're ready to do it.
I've always wondered, when someone like you, since you were 13 or 14 years old, you have been kind of catered to and everybody telling you how wonderful you are and how great you are, and getting into high school with the same thing. What is it like now coming to this level with the level of expectations you had? It's probably even higher than it was at Clemson.
Yeah, for me, I've kind of dealt with that for a few years, so it's just not changing anything. Just continuing to be who I am and bringing that into a new place. I've learned so many great things at Clemson, been surrounded by great people like Coach Sweeney and the whole staff and my teammates, and actually going to bring a teammate with me, Travis. So yeah. Just being the same person I've been through the years and not changing just because, you know, now I'm in the NFL or whatever at a new place, and I think just continuing to be me is the main thing.
Does pressure bother you?
No, I'm used to it. You know, that's really what I'm accustomed to now, and I think that's when I operate the best, is under pressure.
One of the interesting things in the story that Michael Bamberger of Sports Illustrated wrote about you that sort of got lost in the hurricane of all the stuff about how you just kind of want to be a normal guy. But one of the things that got lost is that when you were in high school, your coach stressed with you that you always should have goals. Mm-hmm. And Trevor, what's your goal? And I think when you were a senior, you said, "Coach, I just want to be the best who's ever done it." Mm. Do you remember saying that to him? And describe whether that kind of lives in you now.
Yeah, I remember that conversation we had, and Coach King, we've been super close for a long time.
Joey King at your high
Joey
school,
King,
right?
Yes, sir, yeah. So he was there last night, actually, but had that conversation, and really it's just, for me, maximizing who I am and my potential, and that's all I'm trying to do, and hopefully that's good enough to be the best to ever do it. So that's the one thing I'm focused on, is just being the best I can be, and hopefully that's better than anyone else that's done it. So, but for me, that's my focus, is internal, and that's what I want to do, is just be my best.
You wore 16 because of Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah.
So,
yep.
So have you had much conversation with him? Because it seems like almost every day of his adult life was spent trying to be the best there ever was.
Yeah, we've talked a lot. Our paths have crossed the past few months a few times, so it's always great to bounce things off him. That was someone I looked up to as a kid, and it's kind of why I wear number 16. So just hearing from him and kind of going through a similar situation that he went through a number of years ago, and just some of his advice on how to do things the right way. And the biggest thing, I think, is just coming in and going to work and really earning the trust and respect of your teammates. I think that's the most important thing. Not coming in with any expectations, but just coming in here to put the work in and really to get to know all the guys and become part of the team.
Did you pay much attention to the sort of insane pre-draft build-up for this draft with all the quarterbacks in it?
Not really, honestly. I was kind of in my own lane, and just like I had surgery, so I've just been trying to rehab and get healthy and feeling really good. So I've spent a lot of time getting my body right and healthy for this season. So Honestly, no. I was obviously hoping I ended up
That's
in Jacksonville.
good for you, by the way. That's
Yeah.
good for you, by the way, that you didn't get involved in the insanity.
No, and obviously the whole time I was hoping I was going to be in Jacksonville, and it worked out, and it's been awesome, and just excited to go to work.
Do you think Jacksonville also fits you because you went to school in not a major city?
Yeah.
And obviously Jacksonville's one of the smallest markets in the NFL.
For sure. I mean, I'm not necessarily accustomed to a big city. I'm from a smaller town in Georgia. Went to school in Clemson, which is a small town. If anyone's been there, they know there's not much there. So that wasn't a concern for me. I'm perfectly fine with it. Then I think the biggest thing is like the community's been so awesome and the fan support, and you can tell this is a place where the best days are definitely ahead, and I'm excited to get to be a part of that.
When you got to know Urban Meyer a little bit when he was working for Fox and doing some college football stuff for their pregame show, anything stick out with you talking to him, wondering, man, I wonder if this guy's ever going to coach in the NFL or anything like that? I mean, when did you first feel what you might think of was maybe a little bit of a connection with him?
You know, I didn't talk to him much when he was with Fox. I saw him on TV doing some of the shows and all that. But something I've just seen through his whole career is he's a winner. And then now talking to him and seeing just his thought process and how he builds things and how he's already, kind of done such a good job with this organization and built the team and all those things. I think it's special, and you can just know it when you see it. Someone that's a winner, and Coach Sweeney was that way. And you see the success he had, and Coach Meyer had the same success in college. So being a part of that, I mean, you don't find guys like that often that really just are like the innate inside of them is just to win. So it's special.
It's going to be kind of weird, I would think, that both you and he never lost or never lost very much.
Yeah.
And he might have to get used to a 10-loss season, as might you. You never know. But I wonder, you lost 2 games in college. You might lose 2 games in a month. You might lose 2 games in 8 days. And I wonder, how have you thought about that and how it would affect you?
Yeah, obviously I hate to lose. I'm used to winning. And that's just the same mindset I want to bring in here, though, too, is I don't want to, really adjust. I want to bring that same mindset here and just try to make everyone around me better. And obviously we have some great players already here. So I'm just excited to be a part of that locker room and get to know everyone. And that's like talking to Coach Meyer. I don't want to adjust anything. I don't want to expect to lose. I want to still expect to win. So that's the plan, and we're going to do everything in our power to get ready and to be the best we can be.
You might know that Jacksonville every year plays a game in London, and Shad Khan, the owner of the team, kind of wants to make this, England's team. And he told me that he felt that you might be able to be, with sort of your charisma, your look, the first American superstar over in England. And I wonder, have you thought about the fact that you're going to now be big in Europe?
Not really, honestly. I've thought about how cool it'll be to play in London, but I try not to think about that too much. And just my job now especially is to come in and to win games and to get ready to be the best I can be and to make the team as good as we can be. So I try not to think about all the other byproducts of it.
That's
obviously,
wise,
that'll
by the
be
way.
Cool. Yeah.
Wise.
That's my, it's my job now, so I figure I need to focus on trying to win games. But it's going to be cool. Obviously, that's just makes this even more special, this whole situation in this whole city.
Last thing I would ask you is basically, do you think your game basically transfers well to the NFL in the way the game is being played in the NFL? It's changing a lot, and it seems to me, I've covered the league for 37 years, and it seems to me there's never been a time more than now that quarterback play in college kind of simulates quarterback play in the NFL. As you look at it, does your game have to change much right now?
I mean, there's obviously so many things that I want to improve on and get better at, but really I think there's not one specific way you need to play quarterback to be successful. I think there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You see guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson that all play differently. So it's just doing what I know that I'm good at and bringing that here and improving on all the things I need to improve on. But no, and to answer your question, I don't think I need to change. Obviously, you have to adapt, and it's learning a new offense and all those things. But as far as my style of play, I'm just going to be me and play the way I've always played.
Trevor Lawrence, good luck in the NFL.
Thank you, sir.
From Jacksonville, I'm Peter King.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.